Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Alright, we are all set to go, which means first and foremost, let's turn off the air conditioning. Let's get into sport mode. We are in sport mode right now. Let's turn off the traction control. Once you press, it goes into traction control sport, and keep it pressed. There, traction control is completely off. Now since we are in sport mode, we can get into sport displays as well. Or you know what, I can simply do sport displays.
Sport displays.
Thank you so much, Mini. Handbrake down, into drive mode, into sport mode, lining up the car. And let's open the sunroof first. First we'll open the sunroof. There the sunroof opens. And now we're going to open the complete roof as well. And there the roof also opens completely. Oh my god, it is so bright. Yep, that is down. Windows will go up. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator. Revving the motor, revs till 2000 RPM. That's a lot of wheel spin on offer, and before I know it, I have to obviously apply the brakes because low profile tires and there's a breaker ahead. Get into the gas. Sounds really very nice. This engine is very soothing to the ears. This is a 4-cylinder engine. It's a 2-liter unit which produces 192 horsepower between 5000 to 6000 RPM. Okay, you guys, are you enjoying the wind in the hair feeling? Because I certainly am. It feels really amazing because insulation levels are great, and with the roof down, it even sounds better because you can hear the turbo spool up. When you lift up, you can hear the wastegate as well, and that is actually the beauty of driving a convertible car. You have to get up really early morning to actually enjoy it and go on a road where there is not much pollution, because otherwise the pollution would be right inside as well. So here we go. Manually I'm shifting the gears, and it gives you complete manual controls as well, which is a great thing too. Now braking performance is very nice, absolutely stellar, sure-footed stopping power. In fact, it stops dead in its track without any hassle. It goes almost above 6,500 RPM in manual mode, holds onto a gear, doesn't upshift unless and until you decide to do so. The torque output is 280 Newton meters, which comes in at a low 1250 RPM and peaks at 4,600 RPM. I mean, that's a very wide torque band, and that's the reason why this engine is always eager throughout the rev range, which means that drivability is good, low end lag is well contained, mid-range is absolutely stellar, and at the top end it screams too. The exhaust sounds really very nice. It's a very soothing exhaust note. I mean, it's sporty, and it also gives you a kickback and cracks and pops at times, but not always. That's kind of weird, although you need the JCW to really enjoy that, because in a JCW it cracks and pops like nobody's business. Look at the downshift, super aggressive because dual clutch. .1 seconds is what it takes to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, and flat out it will do 228 kilometers per hour, making it extremely fast. This is a very fast car, and the gearbox is also very quick because it's a 7-speed dual clutch unit. Now here's the funny thing, I think Mini's brochure actually states it gets a 6-speed gearbox. I think that must be the original one. This is the facelift, of course. Now this gets a 7-speed unit, although there was an option of rupees 25,000 rupees for a 7-speed unit. Kind of weird, but this gearbox is absolutely lovely. You obviously have the Triptronic function. I mean, I can shift gears here. Okay, we are shifting upwards. Here we are downshift, downshift, downshift. Very fast, and it also rev matches, makes that burp. Love it. And you obviously have steering mounted paddles as well, so in that sense, you know, this car is absolutely mind-blowing. The powertrain is so good. Now when you come around the corner, you would really appreciate a Mini because the steering feel is fantastic. Okay, it is so sure-footed, and I don't know where this guy is going or what he's trying to do, but anyways, here we are, onto the gas. 6,500 RPM red line. Now I know you can hear a lot inside because of the roof being open. Insulation levels are good, but even with the roof down, you can hear a bit of the surrounding because it's a soft top roof at the end of the day. The car feels very good to drive. Only thing is, when you come to such roads, you realize what the hell just happened, because the ride quality is extremely stiff, very stiff for ride quality, and you can feel that stiffness on the inside, and that is a bit of a bother, actually quite a bit of a bother, because you have to really slow down. And it's not just the stiffness which you can like feel all over your body. It's also the rattles which somehow come from places. That's kind of weird and awkward too. But get on the gas, you forget almost everything because the performance is so good. It's just fantastic the way this car performs. Okay, I'm always like using the paddles and it puts me in manual mode, which doesn't upshift, unfortunately. So there are 3 modes for the gearbox. There's obviously the regular drive mode, there's the manual mode, and there's also the sport mode. Right now we are in sport mode. It just feels more eager in sport mode, and there are 3 drive modes otherwise as well. There is of course sport, in which we are driving right now. There is mid and there is green. Mid is like a balance of sport and green. Green is obviously eco mode in this car. Refinement levels are absolutely stellar. The car feels really smooth and refined throughout the rev range. Only thing, it gets sporty once you cross the mid-range. And you know what? Downshifting is so pleasurable in this car because that pops and cracks it. I mean, the way the exhaust performs is just mind-blowingly awesome, I would say. Steering is super fab. It is so good. And obviously in the 3 drive modes, what it alters is the engine, the gearbox, as well as the steering wheel. It doesn't alter the suspension because adaptive dampers are actually optional on this car. Steering is so freaking good. It is just amazing. It's point and shoot. You know why? That's the essence of a Mini. A go-kart like handling, because a wheel at every corner, extreme corner, and a light chassis, a great chassis. It's front wheel drive actually, that's why it spins its wheels. But then grip levels are so good, it tries to contain the wheel spin to a great extent as well. And a light chassis, of course, an absolutely brilliant balance, and without a doubt, the stiff suspension, all of which actually helps. Oh my god, there's so much dust. You just cannot drive a convertible car in India. Take it from me, save those rupees 3 lakhs, get the regular Mini Cooper S, forget the convertible. It is just a hassle driving it on our road, because every time you open the roof, like there was an insect sitting inside yesterday, which was very awkward because all of us freaked out and I had to pick it up and eat it because there was no way I could just throw it on the road because of Swachh Bharat, of course. So yeah, it has a very wide track too, so the handling characteristics of a Mini is just something else. It's mind-blowing. And even with the traction control off, there is no loss of grip. Obviously you don't have to worry because it's front wheel drive, so nothing's going to happen. In rear wheel drive cars, obviously you can oversteer. Here understeer characteristic is there, but not so much. Get on the gas. Guilty pleasure. Okay, now because the sun is right in my face, we are going to be putting the roof up and then driving so that you can hear me better. Right now what is happening is, because of the roof down, there's so much surround sound. Surround sound doesn't sound like a good word. It's actually a positive word, whereas I'm having a negative feeling right now because of so much dust right in my face and my hair as well. Okay, I know. It is the sun in your face, so we're just going to exit from here. The problem is when you're exiting from here, now the roads are really very bad. So you have to be super duper careful because the ride is just so busy. And I'll tell you what, it's not just about the ride being on the stiffer side. It always feels busy. At every given moment, you can feel something is happening. And like I told you, rattles are also there. So here, get on the gas. I love the way this engine sounds. I think one of the best 4-cylinder engines right now. Of course, the Jaguar Land Rover Ingenium engine is also very good, that 4-cylinder unit, which also powers a ton of cars, including the F-Type. The real fun of a Mini is around the corners because it just feels so accurate. Just look at the way it goes. Absolutely stellar. I love it. So this is not a comfortable car, but this is a car you would definitely buy if you're looking for something which is extremely fun to drive. A car which has great handling and fantastic engine as well. Fuel economy is somewhere between 8 to 12 kilometers per litre, again depending on your driving style. And in green, which is obviously the eco mode, you can stretch that fuel economy marginally to extract like even more kilometers per litre. This is a car which actually pulls at your heartstrings. It's a car which you buy with emotion because it's a very expensive car nonetheless. 46.32 lakhs on road Mumbai is the price of this Mini Cooper S convertible, which is a lot of money for what the car offers, but it is the cheapest convertible car in India right now. The A3 cab has been discontinued. That means that if you're looking for open top motoring, this is the easiest way for you to have wind in your freaking hair. Feels so good to drive this car. In fact, I don't know how many times I've launched this vehicle already, but hey, I kind miss certain things, like the JCW has spoiled me already, and that is the car I would personally tell you to offer. Obviously you can get JCW bits on this car as well. So as I see it, the Mini Cooper S convertible is a car you buy with your heart, not with your head, because it really isn't a practical machine. And on that discovery, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this vlog, make sure to give it a thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to, oh my god, going through the gears is so much fun. Bye bye.